Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is episode 50 of Coffee with Coach. Um, I know it's not morning anymore, but some people have coffee in the afternoon. So I'm not going to be on live too long. I actually have a doctor's appointment coming up. Hey, Roz, how are you? I'm doing great. And yourself? I actually have a doctor's appointment that I have to head out in about 30 minutes to make sure I'm not late. But thank you guys so much for joining and hopping on. For those of you who are new to this group and you are checking me out for the very first time, my name is Leticia Campbell and I'm your number one sales and remote strategist. I help you dominate your sales and systems by transforming your ordinary business into a highly scalable remote organization so that you can accelerate your wealth and freedom. I do this all inside of my Sales Success Creators Membership Program. And you can join that program today by going to campbellsuccessnetwork.com. I'm just going to pop it up on the screen so you guys can write that down and check it out. It's campbellsuccessnetwork.com. That is my monthly membership program, guys. All right, so let's jump into this conversation. Hope you guys have something in your hand. What are y'all drinking right now? Y'all drinking coffee? Are y'all staying hydrated in this heat and drinking some water? Right now, I'm actually drinking my Slim drink. And no, I'm not trying to lose weight, but this gives me, promotes growth of good gut health. So it's definitely important, especially for those of you guys who are, especially for women. Thank you for sharing, Roz. Thank you. Thank you. So this is really good. I just put one pack in water. And if you guys want to purchase that, go to campbellsuccessnetwork.com as well. But this is a very important conversation. And first thing I'm going to talk about is my personal experience when it came to individuals who would see my content on social media and actually take it and use it and leverage it for their personal content and sort of take ownership of it. How many of you guys have dealt with somebody? Um, I don't like to use that word stealing, but how many of you guys, and I'm just putting the title on the screen here, how many of you guys have dealt with someone stealing your content, or somebody using your content but not giving you credit for it, like position it as if that is their brand new idea or their brand new concept, or part of their course or part of their whatever? How many of you, type in me if you have dealt with that, or even have dealt with somebody taking some your slogan, or try to your verbiage. It's so many different ways somebody can use your content. I had situations where I would use certain slogans or certain verbiage, and all of a sudden somebody else would use it. And the number one way I find out if somebody actually was using or leveraging my content without my permission, is for my clients. My clients will always send me screenshot messages and say, "Girl, you got some nieces out there." Now I know people have different terminologies or meanings of what the word niece is. Like when I say niece, I don't really mean my actual niece. Okay, when I say niece, is like somebody who is like a copycatter, or somebody who um, or hater. That's what I say nieces as. That's just sort of my lingo, right? But just recently, actually last night, late last night, one of my clients actually inbox me, and whenever my clients inbox me, they always inbox me receipts. Okay, so one of my clients inboxed me and she said, "Coach, do you know this person?" I was like, "No, I don't know this individual." And she was like, "It's just kind of funny how this person is posting this, very similar to what you're offering or what you're talking about, right? It's just the timeline was kind of funny. Basically, every time I would go live, or every time I will launch something, they will launch something very similar, or the same exact thing to what I'm that I created, right?" So now, if this was a year ago, or maybe even 2 years ago, I would be so pissed. Like, I used to get, yeah. Stephanie said that is frustrating. Yeah. If this was about 3 years ago, I would be so pissed. I would be inboxing that person. Um, oh my God, like it would have been a whole nother situation. But at some point, from then till now, I sort of started to, God was sort of letting me know that when people do that, it's sort of like a sign that you're moving in the right direction. And now I take it as a form of flattery now, not so much of a source of frustration. Because if I get frustrated every time I see somebody go to my page and then literally say same exact thing that I say verbatim, or takes a piece of my content, whether it be an ebook, a workbook, a cheat sheet, or whatever, and got super angry about it, I probably would just come off the internet, right? I wouldn't probably be running my business anymore. So I stopped getting frustrated. I stopped allowing those emotions to come up, and I actually use it for positive. And I'm going to tell you guys 2 reasons why. So, like I said, before I get into the 2 reasons, so after I went to that person's page, they're not actually a friend of mine, but they are following me. That's why I'm saying some people don't have to friend request you. They could just hit that follow button and just they'll still be able to see your stuff. And I'm not telling you guys to make your accounts private, because then that means that people who want to connect with you won't be able to. Literally in the past 48 hours, I have gotten over 50 new friend requests from targeted people who have businesses, people who are in my target audience. So I don't want to lose that. I don't want to miss that opportunity to connect, engage, and grow with people. Ross said they can, yes, but they can never duplicate. Amen. Same thing with you, Ross. Same thing with you. You're elevating. You're on summits. You're doing all these different things. So with that said, there's going to be other people that are going to be like, oh my God, let me do exactly what Ross doing and just leverage her content instead of creating content of my own. But like I said, the result of that particular situation that happened last night, that person is not a friend of mine, but she is in fact following me. So I just blocked her. Simple as that, so she can't see any of my stuff. Not to say that she can't go to camelsuccessnetwork.com and look at everything else. Not to say that, but at least she can't really, monitor any updated information that's going on. Sort of, obviously she can go to my YouTube channel too, but it's about making it harder for them to access you. And also to let, I did this to say, girl, I know you watching, so let me just block you here. So let me just tell you guys 2 things that you can actually do to not just help stop this from happening, because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it's very few things you can do to stop somebody who is like, sort of using and leveraging your content, stop it from happening. Even for those of you who have published content, because I know some of y'all, the know-it-alls, will be like, well, my books are published, my content is published, my stuff is trademarked. Still, people are going to take your stuff. Gucci is trademarked, but it doesn't stop people from selling and wearing fake purses. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm just saying, they're not going to spend the money that it takes to not only find those people, but also spend money to take it into court. It will boil out into the millions, right? So even for published content or paid content, it doesn't stop, it does not stop people from stealing your stuff. So, but the points I want to make for you guys today is this. Number 1 is no content is original. Okay? No content. This is my personal opinion. Nothing is original for me other than the Bible. Okay? No content, even content that I've created, came from a source of something. You know what I'm saying? Came from a source of something that I decided to elevate and say, you know what? I see this topic's out there, but this is my perspective on it. You know what I'm saying? So one example is when I first started to do live streaming, I did live streaming way before most of you guys have ever hit that go live button. I started my live streaming career back in, I believe it was 2015, where there was just only Periscope. There was nothing out there in the market to teach us how to go live. So I created a template for myself. So no information, right, is original. Yes, you got to put your spin on it. You got to put your spin on it, your perspective on it, your experience on it. That's how you do it. And I want y'all to write this book down. Again, I'm not an affiliate of this book, but there's a book that you can get on Amazon called Steal Like an Artist. It's called Still Like an Artist. Grab that book. It's a really, really good book, especially for those of you guys who are trying to build and scale your online business. And you're asking yourself, well, how do I create content? How do I build content? So you're not always stuck. But no content is original. Okay. No content. Anything that people have ever created came from a source of something. So nobody calls Mark Zuckerberg a thief, right? Y'all know who Mark Zuckerberg is. He is the creator, CEO, founder, whatever you want to call it, of Facebook, right? But he has taken every feature that has been put in position on Facebook. He has taken it from somewhere. Live streaming, for example. Everybody thought live streaming started with Facebook. No, it didn't. Somebody type in the word. No, it didn't. And Roz, she's on here. She'll tell you that. Roz and I started off live streaming way before Facebook even started doing live streaming. We started live streaming on Periscope, and even Periscope was not an original. Didn't take that idea, and it didn't originally come from Periscope either. We used to do, back in my network marketing days, we used to do live streaming on Google Hangout, and yes, the connection on Google Hangout was garbage, right? Half the time when we would do lives on Google Hangout, it was very foggy. No matter how good your camera was, it was very glitchy. But that was one of the first platforms where you can stream just only on YouTube at the time. So Periscope took that feature from Google Hangout and added it onto Periscope, and then Periscope became the #1 platform. Yes, Shamika. Yep, it's Still Like an Artist. Yes, Roz, absolutely Still Like an Artist. All right, Stephanie says she needed to hear this. Awesome. Hey, Tasha, how are you? So, like I said, all these, like going back to Mark Zuckerberg, all the features, like y'all have the Facebook stories that came from what's that little app that the kids have been using for what was it? Was it Snapchat? Is it Snapchat, y'all? Yeah, Snapchat. I don't use Snapchat, but they took that idea from Snapchat and then implemented onto Facebook and Instagram. So a lot of the big millionaires and billionaires these days, they took a concept or took an idea or took a feature that they saw on another platform or that somebody else was using, and then they put their own, what Shamika calls, their own spin on it, right? Their own spin on it. Okay. Thank you, love. So like I just said, no content, no idea, no concept is an original thing, right? It comes from a source of something. Now, number 2 is going to really get you guys to calm down a little bit when you notice that people are taking your content. Whenever I make something, let's say, for example, I have my Success Challenge workbook, and those of you who want to grab, it's a free workbook that I created a very, 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 very long time ago, and I still use this workbook. I still teach my course through this workbook still to this day. Let me just grab and find the link for you guys. Who wants my Success Challenge workbook? Now, I created my Success Challenge workbook because I've seen a lot of people provide resource information out there on how to grow your exposure, capture your audience, and dominate your sales. But what I created inside this workbook actually forces you to take action in your business, because I've seen that a lot of people give resources, but they don't give actionable resources. So that was the whole reason why I created this workbook. I literally took everything that I do on a day-to-day basis in my business, and I actually just popped it in the workbook. So I'm just grabbing the link, guys, for you, and I'm going to put the link in the chat. You can also go to camelsuccessnetwork.com and grab this workbook as well. But since we're on here, I'm just going to put it in the link. Okay, put it in the chat for you guys, so y'all can just download it straight from the file. Okay, let me share my shared link here. Give me 1 second, guys. And like I said, in this particular workbook that I have here, someone actually took a piece of what was in this workbook and is offering it for free to their email list. And one of my clients last night actually sent me a screenshot and the person's link that took the same exact thing that I posted, and it's quite interesting. It's so funny, and put it on in there. So I was like, what? All right, so let me see if it came up in the, oh, it only showed up on the other channel. All right, y'all, let me grab it here. Let me just put it on in the chat down here for you guys. Give me 1 second. Oh, you want it, Shamika? Okay, I'm gonna grab it for you right now, sis. I'm gonna grab it for you right now. Hold, please. All right, it's coming, y'all. It's a coming. Help you dominate your sales and systems by. All right. Okay, I just put it in the chat for you guys to see and check it out. So, when I created that workbook, right, and just in referencing the person who actually took, why is she crying? Because he's throwing stuff at me. But Lord, don't throw stuff at him. Don't throw stuff, please. It hurts. All right, go. Y'all play, but play nice. Don't throw stuff, okay? No, that's not. Girl, you got a temper. That's that West Indian side of her, y'all. Y'all go. Warren, close. Warren, one of y'all. One of the boys. Hello. Close the door. Close my door. Thank you. Sorry, I'll be mixing their names up like it's nothing. Oh, you got it. Awesome, Shamika. Awesome. So, y'all know I got a full house here. In referencing the workbook that I've created, and it's gotten over 3,000 downloads. It's an amazing workbook. So, guys, if you haven't downloaded, go ahead. But when I created that workbook, right, and again, last night I saw somebody took a piece of that workbook and now they're using it and leveraging it for their audience. But when I create something, and when you guys create something, when you're in creation mode and you're creating a piece of content, it could be your course, it could be maybe you're in network marketing and you're trying to build your team and you're setting up templates and different things like that. Maybe you're a service provider and you're setting up certain procedures and outlines and things like that, funnel mapping and things. And then somebody takes that piece of content and uses it. They can't take it all, you know, like the person who took a piece of my workbook and now using it and leveraging it for their audience. They can't, they don't realize the big picture of why I created that piece, that entity. Whenever I am creating something, and it's the same thing for you guys too, you're creating the what, not the how, right? So, for example, the piece that they took, that person took a piece of my live stream script, and if they're offering that to their audience, and what's going to happen is the people who do download that script from them, and they're going to have questions. They're going to say, well, how do you do step 2? How do you create your money intro? How do you do step 9? How do I lead people into my offer? They're not going to have an answer for that. They're going to really try to make something off the top of your head, off top of their head. They don't have my intro outline. They don't have my offer strategy. They don't have none of that stuff. So this is why I don't get upset anymore when people take my content and use it and leverage it for themselves without giving me any credit, because they can't take, do y'all hear me today? They can't steal the whole vision, because there's a big vision why you created that resource, that ebook, that 90-day challenge, that whatever. There's a bigger picture involved that you can't put it all on in a digital content, because you'll be sitting, it'll be 1,000 pages, right? It'll be 1,000 pages. And then on top of that, when people ask a question, you're already going to have an answer just like that, because you created according to your big vision. So that's the main reason why I don't get upset, because they only got 1%. They only took 1% of a big idea. They can't take the 99%. So they can use the content, but it won't be leverageable. So what's going to happen is they're going to keep creating one thing after another thing, after another thing, after another thing, because they haven't really gotten the big picture. And I have had clients who've gone into my programs and actually used like a whole course or a whole module in my program, but they don't realize that whatever you teach, whatever I taught then, right, and you're trying to teach now, I already updated that information. There's more stuff that I've added. There's way more stuff to live streaming that is way different than it was back in 2016 to now. So even with digital content, videos and things like that, they still can't take the big picture, because whatever they take now for my course, and they say they launch it in 4 months, the information is different. So they really teaching what I taught back then, not what I'm teaching today. Does that make sense for anybody? Because I'm just want to come on here to just tell you guys is that if you get so massively stuck on, oh my God, this person took my content, I'm gonna inbox her, I'm gonna tell her off, whoop-de-whoop, right? There could be something else you could be dedicating your time on, or your time with. There could be something else that you could be focusing on and doing. Like I said, instead of me lashing out at that girl, I said, you know what? I have a Coffee with Coach show that I do inside of my community and on my YouTube channel. Let me just share that, because I know that you guys are either going through that situation or you will go through it. You will. And that's why you're listening to me now, because God is giving you a message through me, because it's a message on the fact that he's saying you're going to go through this, sis. There's something coming up. There's something big and massive that you're about to launch. There's a shift that's about to go on. You're about to get a whole boatload of clients and customers, but I want to prepare you for the nonsense and the foolery and the stupidness that will go on alongside your success. There is going to be a lot of silly stuff that's going to go on, but I want to prepare you, not focus on the negative. Use that as inspiration that you're moving in the right direction. Don't care, because again, no content is original, and two, they can't take the whole vision. If y'all getting me today, type in me if y'all understanding me so far, right? So keep focusing on the assignment that I gave you, and not focusing on all the other stuff, because there are always going to be poachers. There are always going to be people that are going to look at you and say, oh my God, what she has is amazing, right? You're going to get people that are going to look at your stuff and then use it as leverage for themselves and not give you credit. Or you're going to get people that inbox you and say, I had a young lady inbox me. Her name is Danielle. She's like, oh my God, Leticia, I love your workbook. I want to create a workbook too. How can I get your team to help me do it? So we're actually designing a workbook for a individual where she's putting in her own content. I'm helping her actually build a digital workbook, right? And I told her the same thing I'm telling you guys. I said, girl, your workbook is going to be just as amazing, if not better than mine. But here's the thing. There are going to be people that are going to see how awesome your workbook is going to be, and they're going to try to poach your idea. I just want to prepare you early for that. Right? I just want to prepare you early for that. All right. Shamika said, that happened to me. And at first I was bothered, but then I realized who God has for me to come in contact with is for me. Absolutely. They try to steal the software, but I am the hardware. So they can't get it all. Absolutely. They cannot. They can't get it all. They can't carry that much money out the bank. They only got two hands. They only got two hands. When you look at that, when somebody's trying to get into your vault, and when they do try, even if they do break in, they only get, somebody types and say they only got two hands. They can't take it all. They can't take it all. You are a wealth. Type in the comments, guys. I am a wealth of information. You are a vault, a wealth, a river, a sea, a world of information. So they can't, it's impossible. It's impossible for them to take it all. They only got two hands. That's it. That's it. That was a word for someone today. So don't let the idea that somebody may poach your stuff, because they will. I've been doing this for a long time, over a decade. They will. You're going to have people that just are going to watch you with a notepad and pencil, and they're not taking notes. They're copy and pasting. They're copy and pasting you, and that is the most impossible thing to do, for them to copy and paste all of you. They have to, in order for somebody to really copy and paste all of Leticia Campbell, all of the LC, they gotta come live with me, honey. They gotta come sleep with me. Okay, no pun intended. They gotta really be like 24/7 in my life, in my head, and everything. And even with that, they won't be able to manage, because guys, I got 4 children, I'm pregnant, I got a husband, I got a successful business, I got all these things going on. There's no way that they can catch up in all the, what am I, 37, 38? They can't get caught up. And that's another thing that y'all got to understand. If you've been on this earth for 30, 40, 50 years, a person can't catch up that quick with that. That's a lot of years. That's a lot of years. They can't just, there's no way they could speed it up, right? And literally copy exactly your blueprint. No, it's impossible. It's impossible. They will, just like the Bible, they're gonna have to go back and read it over and over again. You don't catch all the tea the first time you read your Bible. Every year that you read that Bible, from Genesis to Revelations, you learn something new. You have a new discovery about the word, right? You're welcome, Stephanie. We still got to read the word all the time, right? Whether you start from the New Testament and then you go over to the Old Testament. Once you're done with that, you go back and you do it all over again, because there's another revelation that is in there for you. Can't just read it the first time and you got it. No, ma'am. It's more than truth, Shamika. It's facts. No way. So never be intimidated or discouraged or even angry and upset. Why do we gotta get angry and upset at that? Why? That's just another weapon that is out there and being formed against you. And if you're into the word like me, no weapon formed against you should what? I'm gonna have y'all answer that. No weapon formed against you should what? Just another weapon. So don't worry about things that you shouldn't be worried about or focused on. So I wanted to come on live to talk to you guys about that today. I hope you guys got a lot of value from that. I'm going to be doing a webinar. That's right. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. I know Shamika was going to be the first one to answer that. I'm going to be doing a special webinar on Thursday. Don't quote me. It's going to be either on Thursday or Friday. I'm going to have to check my schedule. And the topic that I'm going to talk about is that exposure doesn't always lead to profits. Exposure doesn't always lead to profits. And the whole purpose of this webinar, this free, it's going to be a free training, guys. It's going to help you guys to determine how you can get more customers and clients. So you're actually going to be learning some stuff. So make sure y'all make a look out for that. Welcome to all the new members. We have gotten a massive amount of new members joining this group. And I think it's because I've shifted my content a lot the past couple of weeks to primarily only going live within my online community, and more people are starting to wanting to learn and discover about what's going on in here. Oh yes, you're gonna be on. Yes, definitely, guys, make a look out for that. So I have to hop off. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget, get out there and dominate, because it's time to discover the life that you in fact deserve. Till next time, guys, y'all have an amazing a blessed day. And guys, listen, don't sweat the small stuff. Do not sweat the small stuff. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. All right, y'all. Bye.
Hello. I just have to share my experience with Leticia Campbell with Campbell Success Network. I am Dr. Ray. I'm your board certified acute care physician and CEO founder of Better Health with Dr. Ray. I help boss babes and working moms win their own personal microbiome wars so that they can have feel-good energy every day. I help my clients in the Sunshine Crew help craft their own unique nutritional support plan so that they can have an indomitable zest for a truly beautiful life. I just have to say that since working with Coach Campbell, as I like to call her, has been a truly phenomenal experience. This is why. She trains us that you don't have to be perfect, but you have to be present in your business. And often the excuses that we use to hold ourselves back from building that true empire that we want from our businesses is really a matter of having the sales success strategy that she is an absolute pro with. So you don't want to lose out. You want to get into her coaching program immediately because your business is losing until you get with Coach Campbell. And let me tell you, what I have felt since starting with Coach Campbell is the fact that I feel confident, I feel empowered, I'm knowledgeable. She is very accessible as a coach. She is very available. And more importantly, she's a huge cheerleader of her clients. And I really haven't found that in any experiences previously. So you don't want to miss out, and you definitely want to get inside her coaching program as soon as possible.
Hi, I'm Artavia Denise, your Flab to Fab Mama. I help busy and postpartum moms transform from baby flab to mama fab by helping them regain their mental and physical pre-pregnancy body with my knowledge and experience through pregnancy weight gain and weight loss. And my mission is to help you all become beautiful, sexy, and confident in your own skin. And Leticia has helped me with direction in my business, and she has made me feel completely confident. She's helped me get out of my own self-thinking. Before, I used to feel like I couldn't do this. There's no way. I didn't believe in my own dream, and she's given me hope, and she's given me structure, and she's gave me great direction and leadership. And I am just totally confident, and I'm ready to rock this.